Australia's eSafety Commission is urging Aussies to think carefully about using location-sharing apps, as new research shows they can lead to unhealthy relationships. Here's Joe.
Do you have any location-sharing apps on your phone?
I've got Find My, but that's just for my parents to see where I am.
Love 360 and Snapchat.
Yeah, a lot of young people have some kind of location-sharing app on their devices, whether it's to keep up with friends or for parents to keep an eye on you.
Just to know if I'm out too late.
If I get lost, they can find me in time.
I think it's been accepted so much more now with Snapchat and stuff.
But while they're usually used for safety reasons, a study from the eSafety Commission has found that they can also sometimes be misused as you get older, contributing to things like controlling behaviour in relationships.
Parents have maybe unwittingly conditioned their children to expect to be controlled and surveilled.
Constantly sharing your location with your partner and stuff, that can become a bit controlling and weird, you know.
People can find out where you live and things if you do Snapchat, and probably can put you in danger by tracking you.
But there are ways to set digital boundaries and stay safe.
Only let people that you very much trust see where you are.
If you're going to share it with friends and close friends, and only with your parents, don't let your friends see it, only if you know them well enough.
Especially in a modern world, you don't have a lot of privacy.
Take whatever privacy you can get, really.
The Australian Greens Party has a new leader. Senator Larissa Waters won the leadership this afternoon. She'll replace former leader Adam Bandt after his shock election loss a couple of weeks ago. Two amateur paleontologists have discovered something right here in Australia that has rewritten the history books. Here's Sass.
G'day and welcome back to another episode of Fossil Hunting! Today we're going to go suss some trackways and, I don't know, hopefully make some sort of 350 million year old discovery that changes our understanding of evolution. Yeah, right. Well, we're going to get...
Yeah, well, an epic discovery of that scale can seem like a bit of a fantasy, even in a fake reality TV show. It's a fantasy that actually came true for these amateur fossil hunters, John Eason and Craig Urey. They were out here on the bank in Broken River, Victoria, when they came across this.
The earliest known footprints of reptiles. We can tell they're reptile footprints because they've got claws on them and the whole shape of the foot matches that of early reptiles.
And that is a big deal because
it pushes the origin of reptiles back in time about 35 or 40 million years, and that in turn means that very large parts of the early evolution of tetrapods happened much earlier than we used to think.
Yeah, researchers say this discovery could mean that our animal ancestors left the water and evolved to live on land much earlier than we once thought, which changes lots about what we thought we knew about evolution. And they reckon there might even be more evidence out there yet to be discovered.
Oh, come here, mate, I think I found something. Mate, I think that's just a pebble. Ow.
Ooh, yeah, that's better. Now it's time for some stories you can count on. First up to the Farne Islands off the coast of England, where the annual puffin census is underway.
We're just trying to build a profile of these birds that can sort of help us learn a bit more about them.
Around 200,000 birds gather on these islands every year for breeding season. Now to the US, where first-year Navy students spent 2.5 hours climbing over each other to reach the top of this big granite obelisk, which was covered in grease.
I definitely got peed on down at the base. It's not fun.
It's a bit of an odd tradition that dates back to the 1950s, where students have to work out how to overcome the greasy monument and swap out this cap. And finally, to a study on chimpanzees in Uganda. Scientists from the University of Oxford say they've filmed chimps performing first aid on each other, using plants known to have medicinal properties to treat cuts and sores.
Some of the plants that the chimpanzees are using actually have known traditional uses in human medicine, and others have pharmacological properties that are actually known to have wound healing components.
Well, that's all from us today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.